We begin tonight with the toasty temperatures felt around the county today. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
And I'm Anna Laurel in for Carlo Chiquetto. An excessive heat warning remains in effect for our local desert. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis joins us early for a first look at its impact. Carlene?
Yeah, we're still talking about that heat. And so we had the heat alerts over the weekend. That was for the inland valleys as well as for the mountains with the heat advisory. But the excessive heat warning is still in effect for the desert, and that continues all the way through Thursday. We're still talking about daytime highs and now starting to feel the peak of that. That is going to be from Monday all the way through Thursday with highs near 110 and could go above that. So the heat is locked in for the desert. And when we talk about heat, we also talk about knowing the signs for heat-related illnesses. That's the #1 killer here in the United States. You're talking about faint and feeling dizzy if you're suffering from heat exhaustion. Also a rapid weak pulse. You could get muscle cramping. You should get your body cooled down. Drink plenty of water, especially if you're going to go out hiking, if you're going to be out and about, and just having it by you regardless. You really need to have that as well as being in a cool place. And then heat stroke, that's when your skin is hot, dry, and also no sweating. We'll go ahead and take a look at your complete forecast coming up. Ladies?
All right, Carlene, thank you. And for the latest weather conditions and alerts on the go, you can download the free CBS 8 app from Google Play or the App Store. A hiker who never made it back to the trailhead is believed to have died on Black Mountain. Police believe a body found off the Nighthawk Trail in Rancho Penasquitos is 50-year-old Yiem Lee Nguyen.
She was reported missing from a group of about 200 people on a charity hike yesterday that started in the morning. CBS 8's Abby Black is live at Hilltop Community Park, where many supporters spent the day hoping for good news. Abby?
Marcella and Anna, the hike up Black Mountain to the top is where you see those towers. And these charity hikes have been going on for years. And the organizer says nothing like this has ever happened. The hike's organizer says that there are safety measures in place, and he explains the importance of moving ahead despite the heat.
We made it to the top.
Jimmy Ty's live stream of his charity hike to the top of Black Mountain shows one of the last moments that Yiem Lee Nguyen was last seen alive.
I did the live stream on my Facebook feed, and she was in that short video. And that's how we confirmed that she made it to the top. And some of the frames in that video show that she started walking down by herself while we still hanging around there and try to take a group picture.
You can see in the live stream Nguyen posing for a picture at the top. She sent it to her sister, who turned around halfway because of the near 90-degree heat.
The younger sister and nephew did not finish the hike because they figured that it's too hot. They couldn't think they can do it, so they turned around.
Ty says despite the heat, he did not call off the hike in an effort to fulfill part of its mission.
People rolling in, super hot day. But this is what our children do every day. So we definitely appreciate. This is exactly why we hide the heat.
Police say Nguyen called her sister on the way down in distress. But when the group of about 200 people all made it down the mountain, Nguyen wasn't there.
Family received a phone call from DM expressing distress. She was extremely hot and needed water. That was the last time anyone heard from DM.
San Diego police were called. The fire department, sheriff's search and rescue, and canines were on the ground assisting, along with drones and helicopters in the air. It wasn't until 9:15 this morning when police say a search and rescue helicopter found the body believed to be Nguyen on the other side of the ridge off the trail, about a quarter mile on the mountainside near Carmel Mountain Road and Via Rimini.
Our hearts again really go out to Yiem's family.
Ty says that they have safety measures in place, and it's unclear how Nguyen got separated from the group, but he will continue their mission in her honor.
She will not die in vain, and we will build 100 more schools just on her legacy.
In 2022, I reported on Jimmy Ty and his wife's nonprofit Build a School Foundation and the community that they've built and the charity hikes that they do, and an effort to raise money to build schools and provide educational opportunities for children living in poverty in other countries. Marcella?
Abby, such a sad story. The organizer mentioned that they've done hundreds of hikes like this in the past, and something like this has never happened. I know a lot of people are thinking, why wasn't someone with her? Why didn't she reach out to someone else? Must have had water. So what safety measures do they have in place? What kinds of things might they change moving forward?
Marcella, Jimmy Ty says that this was the first time that Yiem Nguyen had hiked with them. And they say, but before all of their hikes, before they start, that they do have safety protocols and they go through ways that you can try to prepare, make sure that everyone is prepared to go up on these hikes, make sure that they have water. They also have what they call sweepers. He said that there were 2 people that went up and down the mountain trail to make sure that everyone was accounted for. And he says that one of the sweepers did see Wynn coming down the mountain. So again, it is unclear how she got separated from the group.
All right, thanks so much, Abby. Sad ending to a story that we were all hoping she would be found alive. We thank you for that update. Stay with us for the very latest on the story. We'll have any new information posted on our website, CBS8.com. You can also follow us on social media or download our free CBS 8 app.
Tonight, local leaders are again calling on lawmakers to pass legislation to fix the cross-border sewage crisis. Senator Steve Padilla of District 18 says the funding for the sewage plant has been successful so far, but he wants more to be done. Padilla also spoke about some of his own bills that are part of his legislation package, focusing on the Tijuana River pollution. One of the proposals could require multinational corporations to disclose emissions that pollute San Diego beaches and then charge them a fee to clean up any pollution.
This is not a local problem. This is a California problem, and it is long past due. It is long past time that it stop being ignored. So I have a couple of bills, and they're aggressive, and they're appropriate.
Padilla is also asking that the CDC investigate the health impacts South Bay residents are dealing with because of the contamination. And County Supervisor Tara Lawson-Remer unveils a policy that would let the county collect more data on the health impacts of that cross-border sewage crisis on South Bay residents. Lawson-Remer says the proposal would direct county staff to start meeting with a dedicated task force within 45 days. It also calls for launching a community health survey looking at health impacts beyond water exposure and developing decontamination protocols for sewage-tainted floodwaters, among other actions.
We're going to be increasing our commitment to protecting our beaches, bays, and coastlines by putting public health and clean water first and foremost.
Supervisors will consider this policy at their meeting tomorrow. Tonight, CBS 8 is teaming up with SDCCU, Jersey Mike's, and the San Diego County Office of Education to help raise money to buy school supplies for students experiencing homelessness.
It's the Stuff the Bus campaign. CBS 8's Shannon Handy has more on the need and how you can help.
More than 21,000 students across San Diego County are experiencing homelessness. 700 of them are right here at Poway Unified. Stuff the Bus ensures they'll get the supplies they need for school, just like everyone else.
They want to blend in. That is what they want. They don't want that stigma that follows them with the term homeless.
Laura Upson knows all about the struggles some families face when getting ready for a new school year. As the youth and transition coordinator for Poway Unified, she works with them one-on-one to make sure they have what they need to succeed.
I've had a grandma come up to me in tears, and she was so grateful, and she wanted to let me know that for the first time in many years, her 2 grandkids would be able to start school with all the supplies that they needed, and they would just blend in flawlessly with their house peers. And for that, it meant so much for her.
The San Diego County Office of Education's Stuff the Bus campaign plays a big part in that. For 10 years in a row, SDCCU has partnered with them. The goal this year is to raise $100,000, enough to buy supplies for over 21,000 students.
Last year, we were able to collect $103,000, which exceeded our goal and helped SDCOE purchase 9,000 backpacks and fill those backpacks with over 220,000 school supplies. It may be different for high school age kids versus elementary age students, but it's all the basics that they need to succeed in the classroom.
Unlike past years where physical items were collected, Heather Diamond with SDCCU says they're asking for financial donations to streamline the process and allow for the county to purchase supplies in bulk at a discount.
It makes it easier because instead of, maybe receiving a backpack from this supplier or that supplier, they're all the same across the board. So each of the students is getting exactly the same supplies they need to set themselves up for success in the school year.
From now through July 31st, you can make a donation at any San Diego County Jersey Mike's SDCCU branch or by going to sdccu.com/donate. For the students this campaign helps, it's not just about the joy of having new school supplies, but rather the same opportunities as everyone else.
We know that kids are facing so many different hardships. having access to school supplies should not be one of them.
And it provides them the confidence to learn, to just be one of the other kids who are housed.
Shanna Handy, CBS 8.
And just as Shannon mentioned, today through July 31st, you can help change the lives of local students by making a financial donation at any San Diego County Jersey Mike's, any SDCCU branch, or by going to sdccu.com/donate. All of the money raised will then go to the San Diego County Office of Education, and they're the ones that are going to be purchasing in bulk, distributing those school supplies and backpacks to districts all around San Diego County.
It's so important for kids and their confidence to go to school with something new in the school year, right?
A new backpack, new school supplies, ready to start learning. It's very important for their psyche.
Yeah, feel prepared.
Building that foundation.